what's going on? It's the petrol list.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dalton from the Petrol List, and today I've got a little road and track article for you. Yeah, I'm a car guy, and sometimes I just scroll through articles, and well, I guess we all do. The only difference is I'm putting my reactions on YouTube. All right. So the title of this article is "Brand Loyalty is Decreasing Among New Car Owners." Studies show. So yeah, the article goes on to say how, during the Rona times it was hard to find a new car, and even if you could find one, the MSRP was all inflated. It does go on to say that there are some brands that have higher loyalty ratings than others, and those brands are Porsche, Toyota, and Ford. And before I get into the stats, if I even do, I kind of wanted to talk about, I wonder if there are reasons behind that. Now, when I think of Porsche, Toyota, and Ford, I kind of think about consistency. First one is Porsche, the 911. That thing hasn't changed much in terms of design and purpose. Since it was created. Sure, it's a little bit more of a GT car, but there's so many different kinds of Porsches that you can, Porsche 911, that you can actually find the Porsche that is a sports car, the Porsche that is an ultimate track beast, and the Porsche that is kind of Grand Tour. That, and in a time when most auto manufacturers are saying that they're going all electric, Porsche has been, flat out saying the 911 will always have gas. They're experimenting with e-fuels and stuff like that. That stuff really resonates with consumers. If you look at Ford, and Porsche does also offer, the Taycan, fully electric, if that's the kind of thing that you're into. Sadly, they are sacrificing the Porsche Boxster and Cayman twins to the EV market. And I know that they've got some other hybrids and whatnot, but they're moving slowly, and they're trying to make sure that they are respecting their heritage. Ford, they're still producing the Mustang. They're going to be producing the Mustang for, a while to come. Meanwhile, Dodge has gotten rid of the Charger and Challenger. Chevy's getting rid of the Camaro, and they're ushering in, EV muscle cars. I don't hate EVs. I just don't like them. It's just a personal preference thing. They're not my cup of tea. But I do think that companies kind of need to respect the heritage that they came from, because that's what their consumers respect as well. So Ford has the Mustangs, they do have the Mustang Mach-E. If it wasn't for the name, the Mach-E, I think, would just be, a fine Mustang shaped SUV. But they have all the Mustangs. They've got the Ford Bronco, they've got the Raptor, they've got the Maverick, and their prices are reasonable. They've got decent quality, but at prices you can afford. Now, the other one that has a lot of brand loyalty is Toyota. Same thing, consistency and pricing. The Camry is still the Camry, the Corolla is still the Corolla. It's got the same, brand mission, and they're also a company that is not going, straight, head on into the EV mandates.
It's alive! It's alive!
And even, jumping the gun ahead of the mandates. I think that that's very telling. People want consistency, they want choice. Toyota famously has said that consumers deserve choice. Now, if you look at some of the brands that were not on the list, you've got Audi. I almost have zero interest in new Audis. I like the older ones. BMW is not on that list. BMW design has, lost its way. The whole, subscription service that both BMW and Mercedes have gotten into is really interesting. You've got Lamborghini and Ferrari making SUVs, and yeah, in the Dallas area you do see those. Maybe not the Persongway, but you do see the Urus car manufacturing brands are finding that consistency on their end is being, rewarded with loyalty on the consumer end, and consumers want to know what they're getting themselves into, and they want to know that, if they buy a vehicle, that the rug isn't going to be pulled out from under them in terms of support in a few years. And if you've made a declaration that you're going 120% EV by 2030, then where is the faith that, if you need a new transmission in a few years, that it's going to be available? So, I think it's very interesting. And also, the design factor, these brands are still respecting their designs from yesteryear whilst pulling them forward. So I think that says a lot. They're really staying consistent, and the new Land Cruiser is cheaper than the last one. It's better looking than the last one. I mean, plain and simple, it's companies that listen to their customers. Those are the ones that are getting loyalty in return. And that's my thoughts on the article. I did not get into the stats. I don't think the stats are really needed. The way they got the stats is the percentage of people who own something. Say it's a Porsche Cayman, and loyalty is based on the percentage of people who go from a Porsche Cayman to a Porsche 911 or something under that same manufacturer's brand. That's how they got it. Honorable mention goes to Honda, but yeah, Porsche, Toyota,